What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Robert. Now, if it's your first time here, do me a huge favor by dropping a like on the video and subscribing to the channel. Now, today we're gonna be taking a look at the Yeezy 700 Mnvn in the blue tint colorway. Let's go ahead and get started with the box. So, standard Yeezy cardboard box with 700 on the top right here. You got Boost on the side because obviously this shoe does feature Boost. And on this side, you got your size tag information. I picked this up in a US men's size 10, and I'll get into sizing a little bit later on the video. But that's about it. Now, here we have it. The Yeezy 700 Mnvn in the blue tint colorway. Now, I actually hit for these on the Adidas Confirmed app. But before we go ahead and get into all this, go ahead and comment down below and let me know that y'all picked these up. And how do you feel about the Yeezy 700 Mnvn? Just curious to know. Comment down below. All right, so like I said, I picked these up from the Confirmed app. I was a little bit kind of shocked to hit for them, well, you know, because I thought, well, once they released and I saw how they were doing on other websites, I wasn't as shocked. But I will say this, I don't know how you guys did with Yeezy Supply, but I literally got online with one device. I had my iPad set up, and I think it might have been like 5 minutes before the drop started. Within 3 minutes of me waiting, my device was blocked. I don't know what's going on with Yeezy Supply right now, but they're blocking the wrong people. I'm not using a bot. I didn't even get a chance to, you know, experience the sale, get through it all. I just got blocked immediately. But I saw later on they were sitting on the website, so whatever. But I got my pair on Adidas Confirmed. So here we have it, y'all. The 700 in the blue tint colorway. Now, obviously on the lateral, well, all over the shoe, you've got this kind of mesh, like nylon material. And as you can see here, this is a blue tint. And to be honest with you, in normal like indoor lighting, it looks pretty much white. I mean, it looks like a white shoe. The only thing I would say, I mean, it is a very, 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 very light blue tint. And the bluest part of the shoe is on the toe box area. We'll look at that in a minute. But on the lateral side of the shoe, you've got that 700 text right there on the side. And that is 3M, as well as these hits right here on the eyelets and on the kind of front part on these like little areas on the shoe as well. And I believe these drips are 3M. Yep. And obviously you got your standard 700 midsole there in all black, which is typical for all of the Mnvn 700s. All right, now let's move around and take a look at the actual toe box of the shoe. So as I mentioned, the bluest part of the shoe is right there on the toe box area right there that has that kind of rubberized, kind of plastic piece toe cap there. If you can see there, that's just a little bit the bluest part of the shoe in my opinion. And on the sides, like I mentioned there, these little pieces here are 3M. Moving up from there, obviously more of that kind of nylon material on the top. And then the tongue you have, it's a little bit of a, I think it's a nylon, but at the top of it, you've got more of a leather tongue. And this one does feature the infinity laces. It does not come with extra laces. So that's what you have with the Mnvn. Now, I will call out, the tongue is really padded. So if you never tried these on, like I think that's kind of, the padding is there to kind of help keep your foot in place. But I really like how much padding they put in the tongue as well as around the ankle collar of the shoe. I think it makes it even more comfortable. But that's that. Now, let's take a look at the medial side of the shoe. You got pretty much the same thing, except for on this side, it's a little more plain because you don't have that 700 on the side there. But you can see kind of the indentions there. I guess that's the, material underneath is kind of keeping the structure of the shoe or kind of hold your foot down. But yeah, so pretty much the same thing there. You got that blue tint color all over the shoe. The black, another look at the black midsole there. And yeah, that's about it for the medial side. Kind of plain, but not bad. All right, now let's take a look at the heel. So you've got another look at that midsole there as you move up. You've got kind of a hard, kind of plastic piece there, and then more of that blue tint color there on the back. All right. Now, let's take a look at the outsole. So you got your standard Yeezy 700 outsole here in all black. And as you can see, you got the boost peeking out there. So all black, outsole, you don't have to worry about this getting too dirty. But yeah, pretty much the same thing. If you've seen 107, if you've seen 1700 outsole, you've seen them all. All right, now let's take a look at the insole. So in the insole, you've got a black insole with Yeezy Adidas branding there in gray. All right, and that'll be about it there. Now, before we get into the on feet, as always, I want to give y'all my final thoughts on the shoe. Now, the Yeezy 700 in the Mnvn colorway. Is this a must pick up? I'm going to say yes if you don't own any of the Mnvns. Now, the reason I said yes is because this pair seemed to be a little easier to grab than any of the other colorways. Now, I don't know if that's because they made more or because people weren't feeling this colorway because it doesn't look as blue or whatever the case may be. But if you haven't tried them out, I would say go ahead and grab them so you can try them out, because this one seems to be easier to get. And like I said earlier, there were pairs sitting on the Yeezy Supply website like hours after the release. So, hey, I'm not sure what they're going resale right now, but I can imagine they're not too much over retail considering how some of them sat on, a lot of different websites. But I think it's a must pick up if you don't have them at all. But, if you're not a fan of Mnvn, then I get why you wouldn't grab them. But let's talk about sizing. Now, I've watched a lot of videos like, on this colorway, on like all the other different Mnvns that have dropped. And there seems to be, a lot of people are saying that, they are very, very tight. And I would kind of agree, but I picked this up in a full size up. So this is a US men's size 10. And for me, they feel great when I put them on my foot. So in my opinion, I think at least a half size up, as you do with all Yeezys, is always my recommendation. I have not tried the half size up in the Mnvn, but what I will say is that with a full size up, they are not tight in the toe area at all, nor are they tight in the midfoot. Because I heard some people complain about this area of the shoe being tight, and I guess they're talking about these, things that are holding your foot in place there. And I think that may be because people probably bought the wrong size. So again, definitely half size up, in my opinion. Full size fits my foot pretty well. So that's that for sizing. But yeah, that's about all, guys, for the 700 Mnvn blue tint. I just want to get them on the channel to give y'all a good look at them. But to really, I think it's not very blue. I think the camera's going to really show you what it looks like. So, but I mean, I guess, I don't know. It looks kind of white to me, but overall, I like the shoe. I'm glad I got it because the Mnvn is probably becoming one of my favorite models, which at first when I saw it back in the day, I'm not really sure about it, but comfort-wise, when you put it on your foot with that really padded tongue and everything, you'll see what I'm talking about. As long as you get the right size, they are probably the most comfortable 700 in my opinion, out of the box. If you have 700s, like the V1, the V2, they get more comfortable as you wear them. This right here in your correct size is more comfortable than those in my opinion. But again, that'll be all, guys. Thank you for watching. Do me a favor, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.